Today is July 5th, and the Yankees have lost a series at home to the Minnesota Twins for the first time since 2014.
The Yankees played bad. Let's recap the sad. How much more can we take? As the loss column grows, try to enjoy the show. It's time for Talkin' Yanks.
Thank you very much for joining us today. My name is Jimmy. His name is Jake. BBD Producing. It's brought to you by Fanatics Sportsbook. Yankees are awful. I'd rather talk about anything else. Jake, how are you doing?
James Davis, everyone tuning in. Happy 5th of July, and I hope everyone had a good 4th. Yeah, you hit some of it there. They're just, it's nothing you'd sign up for. Like the watching the Yankees is a choice. It's taking 2.5 to 3 hours out of your day to go watch them, and right now they're not bringing anything that makes you want to do that. Offensively, defensively, pitching-wise, the energy is off, and I think, it's also 4th of July weekend, which is a classic do outside things holiday, and I hope everyone did. And yeah, I think there was a lot of Yankee fans, and then I guess comment below if you disagree, but there's probably a lot of Yankee fans that did like it's 4th of July, we're at the beach, we're grilling, we're doing this, like let's check out the Yankee game. And then if you went to check it out, you saw something you didn't want to watch. That Yankee fans have been mighty responsive in recent years when this team does start showing horrific baseball. Like I think it's a credit to Yankee fans that there's been a couple series in the past when you look at the stands and they're empty. And this 4th of July, which normally a staple on the Yankees calendar, if they have a Yankees home game the 4th of July, it's the perfect time for families to come through the stadium and go. The stadium was empty. And yes, it was also like a massive heat wave. So that was part of the decision making. But if the Yankees were playing good, those Yankee fans would have decided to go to the game and stay at the game. And they did not. I went to a 4th of July game with my mom and my sister, probably early 2000s. 4th of July, it was about 100 degrees. We sat by the right field foul pole in the upper deck. We brought Twizzlers into the game because if they're bagged and the bag isn't open, you can bring them in. Some people don't know that. So we brought Twizzlers into the game, and they were just melting on me. So I'm just slopping melty Twizzlers on me. And it was a great 4th of July. I loved it because I got to see the Yankees play. No one is saying that.
No one is saying that. They're not only losing games and losing series, Jake. They look uninterested. They look like they're not focused. And Captain Judge called him out on that. The words didn't change anything. Game 3 today, not focused. Bad baseball. The lineup without Judge isn't great, but it shouldn't be this bad. But then you're like, well, wait, Volpe's batting 5th, and Volpe has a 300 slugging percentage, and he's batting 5th. And you look at the rest of the lineup, and you're like, okay, well, after him is Schuemann or Wells or Sanchez. You're like, well, there's not much after him. Then you're like, okay, I guess maybe the lineup is awful.
Yeah, Ben Rice ran into his first major slump of the season. Paul Goldschmidt's in an 0 for 22, I believe, after he became a main cog in the offense. Bellinger went into a full slump. Getting Trent back, which I don't want to step on the grounds creeping too much because there is a lot in there. Yeah, man, I don't know. It's, yes, they are injured. Anyone has to perform. We don't really have that right now. And the Yankees are still making unserious decisions, whether that's with shortstop, whether that's with the catcher, whether that's with the pitching decisions and sending down Giovanni Cruz at the end or during the middle of last episode. That, yeah, there's just a lot of unseriousness happening that, dude, I'm pretty mad at everything. Like, I'm interested to see how that comes out this episode because it's also the 5th of July. And I don't know, I played golf this morning. That was nice. But it's all so frustrating that even the Judge quote, like, we got to dial it in. Our ultimate goal is to win the World Series. I think guys got to remember that every day as they show up here. And we're like, oh, damn, Judge said something nice. That's nothing. That shouldn't be a quote we react to. That's nothing.
Well,
They're playing horribly.
They're playing bad.
And the only quote we have from this segment is that we love this. We love doing this. That everyone that likes to laugh at the Yankees is laughing at the Yankees because they should. Because the Yankees are laughable.
There's a lot of injuries, but I don't even like the pitching. I understand the injuries and they have depth and they're just getting like destroyed. But like, I don't excuse the lineup. Like, I don't excuse the top players. And I also don't excuse the front office because you didn't build any depth in the infield. From other sides of the plate.
Well, dude, it's just, it's Volpe batting 5th today, and he had good numbers against Joe Ryan, so that was their thought process. But again, it
maybe because we've seen guys with good numbers before, and Boone's like, well, we don't. That's a small sample size, so just whatever.
Yeah, it's just he's batting 5th, and he's got some of the worst stats in team history and MLB history, which some of those may come out this episode. That again, I just go back. He shouldn't. The whole team's playing bad. But it's a focal point when the shortstop, which think about how much our childhood and how much the Yankees that a lot of these people know were built on Jeter being out there and only playing shortstop and blah, blah, blah. All the Yankees BS the Yankee fans actually love and Yankees haters hate on because they don't have it. That, man, I'm looking at Caballero at 3rd today, and I'm looking at Volpe at short, and he beefs that one play that he can't get the ball out of his glove. And you're just like, we need to start there. It should be Caballero at short. It should be McMahon at 3rd. It should be shore up the defense because the errors and unearned run stats are just disgusting, and all of it's disgusting. And you're about to play the Rays for 4 in the Trop. How do you think that's going to go?
It's all disgusting.
What do the Rays do, Jim?
Yeah, they bunt, they run, they force action where it's at the Trop on turf where the ball's a little bouncier. I mean, we are quite possibly looking at the same thing that happened when they brought the terrible defense to Toronto last year. And
I think this week last year.
It was like this week last year, and they played so bad. And Boone was like, well, that turf's bouncy. And it's like, oh, yeah, but you're also playing guys. You're not putting whatever. It's the 5th time Volpe has batted 5th. And it's almost like, dude, after him was Jazz, McMahon, Schuemann, Sanchez yesterday. It's like, that's not an indictment on Volpe. Like, who do you want to, like, Jazz, sure, that's the one. But then it's like, you got no righties.
I'll tell you, yeah, you got no righties. And versus lefties, that's been the one place I've defended Volpe with his career stats and this year. But like today was Joe Ryan's right-handed and one of the best pitchers in baseball when he's right. I don't know. I think they could say, McMahon rehabbing, they wanted to give him an actual day off and all that stuff, which I don't know. Some of me believes in that. Some of me doesn't believe in that because, Jim, it's also a very frustrating thing that, again, there's groundskeeping coming up that Jimmy takes the reins on. We do some burns to get through the games. There's awards, and then there's kind of more awards. Some ads mixed in. Sometimes we break into other conversation. I could see that happening. Between, Jimmy likes cinema, I like sports. Sometimes other stuff just gets mixed in there. Carlos Lagrange is hurt. And
that's groundskeeping.
I know that's what I said I was going to step on, but we're not going to see him this year. And
yeah.
Could we have seen his bullets on the MLB team? Were they hiding him? I realized they were trying to turn him into a reliever, and that's part of where he gets hurt. But I don't know, man. There's just some unserious stuff happening, and that's what's caught up with them in the past years.
Volpe and Wells were in the starting lineup today.
Yeah.
I'd be remiss to not tell you how bad the Yankees are when both of those guys are in the starting nine. And I don't know if that's their fault,
Right.
but it's a vibe thing that I'm not. They're now 7-12. That's so bad. That's a 368 win percentage when Volpe and Wells are both in the lineup.
Yeah.
Only worst combo is Volpe, Wells, and McMahon, all three in the lineup.
Yeah.
But McMahon came back. That's groundskeeping. Okay. Groundskeeping. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Dude, it's a lot. This is
It's
like
a
the
lot.
whole show. Because the
It's a
groundskeeping
lot.
is like, how does this team get good? This is the whole show.
Right.
All right. They sent Yeri De Los Santos down to AAA during our last episode. David Bednar
That was
returned.
Giovanni. That was
I meant
Giovanni.
Giovanni.
Yeah,
That
I
was
read
Giovanni.
it. It said,
You read it right.
I got Ron
messed up.
Burgundy. David Bednar returned from paternity list. Giovanni Cruz got sent down. Boone said he needed to work on strike throwing. And obviously, Boone doesn't make these decisions.
Right.
So when they ask Boone about it, he's just fucking filibustering.
Yeah.
Because the kid threw 20 out of 22 strikes or some stupid shit like that. Bednar returned from the paternity list. Trent Grisham and McMahon activated from the 10-day IL. They're back. It was a kind of like I was anticipating a big decision here, Jay, because we talked about it. Who do they send down with Oswaldo Cabrera? We guessed it would be Oswaldo Cabrera and Jones, but we weren't positive. No, wrong. They send down Oswaldo Cabrera and they place Carlos Rodon on the IL with elbow inflammation. He's receiving a PRP injection. He won't throw for a week. His ligament is okay per the scans and all that. Hopefully after inflammation, it's still okay. Rodon said that he thinks this is just like a miss one start thing. Boone seems to say the same. They're being like, it's okay. So hopefully that's okay. It delayed them one day without having to send someone down. So they played with Jones on the roster. Now they could have used this Rodon move to bring Giovanni Cruz back up. And have a reliever and not have to wait 15 days for him to come back. And then the next day you need the spot starter, you send Jones down and you call Brendan Beck up. But once you don't use the Rodon IL on the reliever, Giovanni Cruz has to stay. And you see the next day they call up Chavihi to replace Beck. That could have been Giovanni Cruz. It feels like you had an easy way to get Giovanni Cruz back. They don't like the kid. They don't like Giovanni Cruz. I don't get it. You just had an excuse to get him back there. It wouldn't have changed anything. And they don't like the kid. Like, you did it with Ascara and the headaches and the paternity list. Like, you could have just used the Rodon thing, get Giovanni Cruz back in the bullpen, see him some more, and it doesn't change any of the rest of the moves. Beck comes up, Jones goes down, but you've side-skirted the 15-day window. So they just straight up don't like the kid. They don't want him up. They're hiding him. They don't believe in him. They don't want Giovanni Cruz up. I'm pissed about it. You just had a reason to get him back up. It didn't change any other plans. What are you doing? What are you doing? Instead, Jones sits on the bench, and then Beck gets called up. I understand you need Beck. You could have had another fresh bullpen arm if you did it this way, because Giovanni Cruz would have been up, then Beck comes up, and now you've got Giovanni Cruz, and you're not pitching Headrick when you're down 20 runs in the ninth inning. Well, so what are you doing? So what are you guys doing? Because now Chavi's got to come up in the bullpen because you used your top-end reliever in a blowout because you could have just brought Giovanni Cruz back up and had more bullpen. What are you doing? I don't know. If there's reasons not to do that, what I'm saying, and it doesn't make sense, let me know, because in my head, I can't figure it out besides they just don't like Giovanni Cruz. They don't want him up.
No, I think the only thing that's a next step, because maybe we're all flying blind on Giovanni Cruz, although any Yankee fan you talk about it seemingly gets confused pretty quickly, so I don't know what's missing. I guess the only thing that I'm interested in, they pitched Doval and Bird back-to-back. Doval, 20-plus pitches in each outing. Bird was 15 and 20-plus. before this Rays series, which 4 games in the Trop, I'm wondering if they're actually going to make a move on one or both of them. Because just to get through games, like you're starting to need arms. That the only problem there is because I think Yeri can come back up in like 3 days or something like that. Giovanni can't come back for a while now because they just sent him down. That you could call up Kervin Castro, or we could see them maybe do their first like vagabond guy this year, whether that's like I was looking at the minor league stats before this. A Bradley Hanner, a Dylan Coleman, someone just to like burn a body to get through. Because otherwise, you're right. I mean, it feels like complete mismanagement as Chevy is now back on the team and Bird and Doval. Elmer Rodriguez is going to get called up, so there's going to be a transaction there. So I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Trevis, but like they can't bring Yeri and Cruz back up now because you need an injury to get those guys back up. They had their one reason, so now they're down to the third. It's like, I don't know. I just don't get it. But they don't like the guys that I like, or I'm interested in seeing. Jake said it already. Lagrange got awful news. He's done for the year. Best case is he continues to be a pitcher in Major League Baseball, basically. It's a really bad injury.
Seems like he's a reliever moving forward.
Yeah. It's a shoulder capsular strain. And if you look at the history of guys that have had that, like minimum time is like you miss a season to get back to where you were. And other guys have missed a lot more time.
Yeah.
Really, shoulder's bad. Shoulder's worse than elbow in a way.
Anything shoulder, not good.
Yeah, I think just if you're someone who's trying to read between the lines, I mean, shut down completely for 6 weeks. That's really bad.
Yeah, and he won't come back. Like they won't even reevaluate him till after the deadline. So he's not. I hope the kid is okay, and he comes back, and he is a version of himself that's amazing, but he's not a factor for this year anymore. And he, I think, was a big factor for this year in the bullpen. So if you want a flamethrower in your pen, you have to go trade for a top end reliever now.
Yeah, I mean think about how openly the Yankees have talked about Carlos Lagrange. Like, think about how much the beat writers have been on Carlos Lagrange. When we talk to Boone every week, it's been a segment on Boone. Like, they openly, yes, they talked about his transition to the bullpen. Like, this wasn't, think about how weird the Yankees can sometimes get about prospects and things like that. With Lagrange, they were an open book of like, yeah, this is coming. And now it's not. So, yes, that changes deadline plans. That changes bullpen 3.0 plans. That changes a lot.
Max Fried threw a 35-pitch live batting practice today. So that's good. Jazz Chisholm exited the third game of this series with right big toe discomfort. Hopefully it's not turf toe. Yeah, x-rays are negative.
It's interesting. He was running funny after he hit that fly ball to right. Is there a world where it's just a little bit of sore toe and Yankee-itis with the way the team's playing? Absolutely. I'd say the only multiplier here is going to Tampa, and we know how the Yankees kind of live in fear of turf, that if Jazz is a day-to-day, every other day type player, he's got to sit out for 3 games. Like, think about everything we're saying about this Yankees team. It's just the recipe can get worse.
Yeah.
And then, like, even if he's hurt, you did talk, funny business-wise, I think the Yankees could do, like, they could send down Jake Bird for, like, his Waldo if Jazz was hurt, and then do Jazz for Giovanni Cruz. But this is, again, us running the team, and a team that likes Giovanni Cruz, not the Yankees.
I'm interested in what the kid can do because of the 4 innings I've seen, they've looked nice.
The line I heard someone say, which apologies, I'm not going to remember who you were and credit you, but it was like, okay, if the Yankees don't believe in him as more than like an up-and-down depth guy, sure, but how is he not, at this point with everything going on, earned a chance to prove you wrong?
Yeah. I don't know. What's their record without Judge now?
I think it's like 12-15, maybe.
Yeah. Damn.
All the losing recently.
Yeah. All that losing recently. Anything else? Groundskeeping. The Yankees have some all-stars. Bellinger makes the all-star game. Ben Rice makes his first all-star game. We're rocking the Ben Rice all-star shirt right now. Happy for him.
Great shirt.
Happy for Ben Rice.
Schlittler
Judge.
makes the all-star team.
Judge was a starter in right field.
Judge makes the all-star team. Am I missing anyone else?
Those are the 4 for now, I guess. Injury replacements will start coming.
Nice. Okay. Any other groundskeeping?
I don't think so. Yeah, I guess just for Talkin Yanks fans, I would watch out for any pitching transactions they could do, or waiting for a Jazz update if that's something real.
Yeah. Well, they said the x-rays are negative and they're going to reassess him tomorrow, so we'll get that tomorrow. All right, you want to recap game 1?
Yeah, I think first I'll tell the people about Fanatics Fest and about Corona, because Corona and baseball fans, this one is for you. Nothing pairs with summer afternoon of baseball like an ice-cold Corona with lime. And on Thursday, July 16th, Corona and Talkin Yanks are posting up at Fanatics Fest. Come on down to the Javits Center in New York. We're bringing a special guest up on the stage. You're going to want to be there for that, because the best seats aren't always in the stadium. Sometimes they're wherever the game and a cold one come together. This is our Playa, and on the 16th, our Playa is in New York City. Fanatics Fest, July 16th. Grab a Corona. We'll save you a spot on La Playa. Corona, La Playa Awaits, the official cerveza of Major League Baseball. 21 plus. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. There hasn't been a lot of Paredes talk lately with the Yanks, but maybe Garrett Cole or hopefully the Twins could turn that around against Mike Formini. Clemens hits a rocket in the first to make it 1-0, but it's time to hit the snooze button again. Senor Sleep returns in a big way. And Rice stops being cooked. A 2-run homer. It's 3-1 Yanks. Cole would give up one more. 5 innings, 2 earned runs, 7 Ks. But in the 7th, GTL because the Cabs are here. Oh, yeah. Jose RBI single. The sac fly is underrated for Trent. It's Cole to Headrick to Blackburn to Cruz to Bednar. Yanks win 5-2
The boys are back.
Off day. We're so back.
Grisham's back. Ben Rice back at the stadium. McMahon's back. Cody Clemens, a menace. He hits a home run in the first inning. Another delay for Cole. 53-minute rain delay. He did 4 ups inside the clubhouse. Pitched 4 sim innings, came back out, got his Mike Messina on, told Booney, I'm staying. Really good at bat by Grisham in the first inning. And they hang on. The bullpen got like 20 swing and miss in this game, Jake. Something they've needed for a while. So this was a good game. It felt like, hey, the Twins are here. We're healthy. We're going to get right. And we're going to start the next chapter of this season. That's what this game felt like.
Yes. Trent being back. Different. Home run to get it started. Boom. McMahon. He gets a hit. He gets a walk. The team has no errors. Like, different. Cole pitching with some early velo, pissed off that Cody Clemens clipped him. And it was like, yes, okay, the Twins are here. Like, let's win a series. Let's get ready to face Tampa, and maybe that could actually turn things.
Caballero and Dominguez stole bases. Wells bunted Caballero to third, and then he scored on a shallow sac fly. So like you're playing some baseball between the game there. They went 4-11 with runners in scoring position. They scored 4 runs for the first time in 13 games. This was a pretty good game.
Was that short?
This was Caballero played shortstop.
Was.
Yeah.
Who played the other two?
And yeah, you're right. Cruz, the only pitcher that gets left out of the strikeout game. Head, Blackburn, and Bednar all with multiple.
Winning percentage when Caballero was at shortstop, 633.
It's a stat.
Winning percentage when Volpe is at shortstop, 457.
It's a stat.
They're just stats.
They're just stats.
You can decide to put weight into them or not. And I don't know if I how much weight I put into them.
It's a stat.
But they're I'm not making up the numbers. I'm just sharing with you just numbers.
It's a stat.
It's a stat. Anything else about this game? Let's see if there's anything else. Ben Rice, after his home run in this game, fastest Yankee to 25 homers, not named Aaron Judge since Curtis Granderson.
Look at that. Babes,
Pretty
do
good
you have
for him.
that ground out again from Cruz? Because I was debating getting that involved in an award. Because this was a scary moment. Bases loaded in the 8th. Cruz not looking super sharp. If you showed the replay there, the last bounce actually hops up kind of into the butt of McMahon's glove, which I don't know. Again, I don't want to give him kind of brownie points for that, but in a way, again, just everything we're talking about with this team right now, from the defense, we saw sometimes it's not Rosario's calling card. That imagine a Yankee game where that is Rosario, if that kicks off the butt of his glove or something, who knows what we could be saying right now.
Another fun stat. This was the 87th game of the year. And with Caballero getting that stolen base, Jazz and Cabby are the first MLB teammates this season to have 20 stolen bases apiece. First Yankees teammates with 20 stolen bases through 87 games since Chuck Knobloch and Alfonso Soriano.
How about that?
Yeah. That's
Those
a good
guys.
since.
That's a good sense.
25 years. First Yankee tandem to have 20 steals apiece before the break in 25 years.
It's a good sense.
It's a good sense. Okay. Okay. The pen was awesome. I mean, I'm not going to do a bullpen award show.
How
again.
do you know?
No, you
How
don't
do
know.
you know?
When in the episode that it landed a bullpen award show, at this point in the episode, I did not know I was doing it. But 4 innings pitched, 1 hit, 0 earned runs, 9 strikeouts. They were really good. And Blackburn got the leverage inning. So that was different.
Yeah.
Like full on, he was the righty ahead of Doval and Bird. Like jumped him. They were both available. They both could have been used. And Blackburn jumped him. So as far as managing goes, that was kind of a decent moment. And Boone talked about in the postgame saying, yeah, he's growing more into that role.
Yeah, and some of the Blackburn splits are crazy.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's all I got on game 1.
Okay. Hopefully some fireworks in the Bronx as it's happy 4th of July with Brennan Beck making the spot start versus a fella named Zebby for Minnesota. Soy un pitchador. I'm a loser, baby. Why don't you demote me? 3.25 earned and a loss for Beck as he gets sent down. Yanks had some hope because Max Schuemann is on the team, but so are Doval and Yarby. Baby, your firework. Doesn't really tie in. That's just Katy Perry. Yanks lose 11-4. I'd like to apologize to the Beck family for that one, but his name happens to be Beck, the guy who has a famous song named Loser.
Your hands were absolutely tied.
Hands are tied there.
I think everyone understands and respects it. Like, that's fine.
Hands are tied there. So much damn lacquer on that thing.
What was the pitcher for?
Zebby Matthews.
And what hand does he throw with?
Throws baseball-wise with his right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, does he reverse splits guy? Interesting lineup for a guy who throws with his right hand.
I can check that out for you. His 2026 splits, Zebby Matthew, lefties are better against him.
Okay.
Career
Well, that
same.
I feel like that's of note, right? Because Wells doesn't start. Sanchez, the righty, does. I'm not complaining, but like if he's not starting against righties, then maybe he's not. Maybe he's not. Maybe he shouldn't be around.
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
This lineup's odd against the righty, right?
This lineup's odd versus a righty. I'm trying to think what we're doing. There's no Caballero, right? Which that's, again, in my head, that should be a starting point. Schuemann center, but he's a hero. Yeah, I wonder if they were playing for, like, pinch hits and at-bats later in the game. Like, sometimes we hear Booney talk about that because Rosario pinch hits for Sanchez, and then Wells comes in and gets an at-bat later that maybe they liked Wells later in the game matchup. I don't know. I'm reaching a bit.
So you said that you don't mind Volpe against a left-handed starter because he hits lefties.
His one thing that he can hang his hat on this year and his career is that he's got a plus OPS against lefties.
And I agree with you. You know, if they wanted to platoon him and Cabby right now, and then when it's a lefty starter, Cabby slides around to fill in for Jazz, McMahon, Dominguez, whoever, right? If that's what you want to do, I think I would be fine with that. When it's a righty starter, and who is our Volpe was in over Caballero as a versus a righty starter, and where did Volpe bat in the lineup?
5th.
Oh, okay. So that's like a power, like your look at slug, and Volpe has a 227 slug against right-handed starters.
This year or ever? Or
Oh, this year I could find you ever. I don't think it's going to hurt me.
yeah.
And Caballero's got a 380. Granted, not a world beater. Don't want him 5. But the lineup's bad. I don't know why Volpe is starting over Caballero versus a right-handed starter.
When they said Caballero won the shortstop job, said Volpe was going to play second. None of that's true.
Volpe's career numbers versus a right-handed starter: 212 batting average, 273 on base, 362 slug. So yeah, Caballero's got 692 OPS against right-handed starters, and Volpe's got a 552. So yeah, I don't understand that move. And then if Ali Sanchez, who has a 0 slash line across the board, right, is starting versus a righty over Wells, what does that say about Wells?
Oh, I mean, the other thing that's in play here, we got night game, day game.
Night game and then day game. So that makes sense for Sanchez.
Yeah.
Excused.
Yeah.
Not really for the Volpe situation.
Yeah.
Trent DHs. He wasn't going to DH. He was going to get the day off. But Boone saw his at-bats. He said this and wanted to keep his bat in there. So I'm guessing if he was going to get the day off, who would have DH'd? Goldie?
Probably Goldie, who's also in a 0 for 22.
0 for horrible slide.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this lineup didn't make sense to me.
We've got 2 errors. McMahon throw, Jazz lackadaisical.
The Jazz one was bad.
Yeah.
I mean, McMahon one should make that. He should make that throw a little lower. Bryce should catch that ball.
The Duvall inning. My God.
This was a game they should have won. They pinch hit Goldie for Grisham,
Yes.
and Grisham's numbers with runners on have been so good this year. They didn't pinch hit Goldie for Oswaldo Cabrera because they wouldn't have had moves if he didn't come through afterwards earlier. But that seemed like a weird move to me. I was like, Grisham's in the game, been good.
Yeah, the Yankees like to shoot their shot. So they got the bases loaded. Ali Sanchez is coming up, so they put in Rosario, which, that's the play. It is right on right at that point. But Rosario has a tough strikeout. They're playing for the contact there. That's interesting because, I don't know, Ali Sanchez has a little bit of, I'm not going to defend him at the plate, but Ali Sanchez has a little bit of, do anything to put it in play, which, again, Rosario, that's his career, so I get what happened there. And then I think the Yankees are looking at each other like, hey, they go to a lefty out of the bullpen. We already shot our shot with Rosario. The bases are still loaded. We're trying to get Paul Goldschmidt out of a slump. They're going to a lefty. He's the best hitter in the league versus lefties. Let's do Goldie, which...
You know what? Goldie's so good, dude.
It's not wrong.
It's not wrong.
No.
It's not wrong. It feels weird, but it's not wrong. It feels weirder because they didn't use him versus when Oswaldo Cabrera was up and the game was on the line in that last game against the Tigers. But yeah, Goldie's, I think I gave him an award that Goldie's numbers versus lefties when there are runners on base are he's basically hasn't gotten out.
Yeah, and it's a tough at bat. He takes a first pitch slider, he gets it again, he hits a nice foul ball against it, but it's an 0-2 count that he's just grinding the rest of the way. He ends up challenging a pitch that wasn't a good challenge, but it's just the situation was so big. But yeah, that was tough. And you're right, Jim. I was about to give a whole Yankee fan fiction spiel, or I guess not even fan fiction because we saved that for the fun stuff. More so what the Yankees are supposed to be. And like you just said, we just lost the series to the Twins for the first time. 2014? That's real?
First time at home.
First time at home since 2014.
Phil Hughes was on the bump for the Twins.
Again, this is Yankees bull BS, but in a way it's not. The Yankees were supposed to win this game. When it's 5-0. Hey, you started Brendan Beck. It is what it is. And again, no shots fired at him. Whatever. It's spot start, 4th of July, whatever. You go down 6-0. You make it 6-1. You make it 6-3. You make it 6-4. It's the 4th of July. You've been playing horrific baseball. You're back. That belly double just misses going out by a little bit. That would have tied the game, right? That would have been 6-6. Somehow you got a Schuemann homer to bring you back in this game. You're supposed to win this game. And I can picture Boone or other people rolling their eyes at this, but Yankees teams win this game against the Twins on the 4th of July, coming out to get out of a funk. You had all the ingredients. You had the ingredients in that 5th inning. You had the ingredients in that 6th inning. The Twins' bullpen was bleeding. Their pitchers looked like they did not want to be out there anymore. They looked like they were about to cough up a 6-run lead. They were going to, and then they didn't. And then, instead of giving yourself a shot at it, Ryan Yarbrough gives up a homer to Josh Bell, which, okay, guess what? That's a result that very well could happen. That's not a surprising result to Josh Bell or the Twins. That takes all the momentum out of it. And then you have an 8th inning from hell that a 7-4 game turns into an 11-4 game, which who doesn't win that game? Every team.
Every team loses that game. It's true. Doval, back-to-back outings with 4 runs.
History.
Man, he's bad.
Send him down. What are we doing?
No, Jake. He's throwing hard.
It's good. Sometimes. He's throwing sad.
Boone's quote was, again, not Boone's decision. And the reason I think so, physically, all the attributes are there and the stuff is all there. They're in line with who he was when he was at his very best. We're not talking about an older player that's lost a little bit and he's trying to reinvent himself. Yeah, that's the challenge, trying to get him unlocked and more consistent. 2024 Giants, trying to get him more consistent, they sent him down.
Know what's an area that teams use for players to get more consistent and get ready to play?
AAA.
It's the minor leagues, AAA.
In 2019, Chad Green had an awful start to the season. Boone said, we're going to send him down. He's got some stuff to work on, but make no mistake, this is a quality pitcher. He's going to be a huge part of our team. But right now, he's got to get a little more consistent, and he's got to tinker with his mechanics, but he'll be back. And they sent Chad Green down, and he came back, and he was good.
Yeah.
2018, they sent Tommy Kahnle down. They kept him down there after an injury. And then he came back 2 games, and they sent him back down. Said he's got to tinker. He's got to work on stuff. So what happened? Now's not the time to be proud, although you are. You're the proudest organization in the whole world. More on that later. Maybe. Max Schuemann, awesome. Okay. Let's do game 3.
Okay.
Dude, can we not do game 3?
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, there's something funny.
Okay.
Rubber match in the boogie down. Joe Ryan Weathers on the bump for both teams. What? Yanks offensively scored 0 runs off Joe Ryan in 7 innings. 0 runs off Andrew Morris in 1 inning. They did get 1 off of YOGO Yogo as Yoendrys Gomez returns to the Bronx. What a moment. But that wasn't enough for the 6 runs the Yanks gave up. 4 by Weathers, 2 by Doval in the defense. Yankees lose, people. Buckle up. 6-1 final.
I can't believe they scored a run at the end there. Who cares?
Who cares? I don't want to talk about it.
This game was nothing.
Nothing.
This game was nothing. What happened in this game? Volpe jumped at a ball after it was in his glove. Jazz slipped.
Yeah.
Trying to steal. Got picked off.
Putting his oven mitt on.
While putting his mitt on.
Tough look.
They had a great strike him out, throw him out, double play in the first. Wells and Volpe. Honestly, a great, very needed play in that moment. And then Schu in the first inning almost makes a catch at the wall. Like, it's not the Dwayne-Wise catch to save the perfect game for Mark Burley, but when they taped Dwayne Wise's body, like a crime scene, to the wall, remember they put tape around it, like his imprint of his body? We could have done that for this Schu catch. That's how sprawled out, just physically the sameness of him sprawled out while the ball was in his glove as he hit the wall, starfish style, but it pops out of his glove just like it popped out of Jones's glove earlier in this week or whatever. And yeah, that would have been an electric way to close out the inning, not give up any runs, but it pops out of his glove. They score a run. It gets held at 1-0 for a while, and then they bring in Doval again. And 2 runs get scored again.
Yeah.
How many unearned runs in this game? 2?
Just 2.
Nice.
Only 4 on the series.
Yeah.
Guys, progress.
So anything else this game? I don't even know. What was this lineup?
So this was Volpe 5, because again, he had a good history against Joe Ryan. And then Jazz, Schuemann in right with Dominguez DHing. Ben Rice at first, so no Goldie. Wells catching, Caballero at third, moves to second. No McMahon, which I'm assuming was kind of he's off of injury, played 2 games back-to-back.
It was hot yesterday.
It was.
I don't even say that.
No.
Like, it was, the UV index was 9 where I was. It was hot, dude.
Dude, your guy, shout out to Quags and James Smythe, the Yes Stats guys. They're killers. They're not killers. Statistically, I'll stop with that. Quags had a stat that I believe he said if the game started at 96 degrees, which I think it was supposed to start at 95, it would have been the hottest game start time since 2018, which, you know, I know there's been a lot of conversations about how far you need to go back for a stat. I think for heat, I was going to allow that stat.
What was the date of that 2018 game? Does he have it?
It was 95 degrees at first pitch on Wednesday. It's supposed to be even hotter on Friday. 96 would be the hottest game in the Bronx since August 28th, 2018 versus the White Sox. 96 for a night game. And the Yanks came back from 4-0 down to win 5-4 on a Neil Walker pinch hit home run.
Wow, Disco Neil?
If it's 97 degrees, it would be the hottest at Yankee Stadium since it was 100 on July 22nd, 2011 versus the A's.
Man, Disco Neil.
Quags just in his bag.
I love it. That lineup, Brett Gardner, Giancarlo Stanton, Aaron Hicks, Miguel Andujar cleanup, Luke Voigt 5-hole, Gleyber Torres 6, Greg Bird 7, Romine 8, Ronald Torres 9, Lance Lynn. Oh, dude, I think I remember us doing podcasts about this. Lance Lynn would wear hoodies in the dugout so he would feel less hot on the mound. Lynn to Holder to Betances. Holder also got sent down even when he was performing well, just to work on things. And he was like our 6th inning guy. His role was similar to Doval's.
Yeah.
Didn't have the pedigree Duvall had.
No.
All right, so it was hot. Anyway, I
think we can go.
Awards?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And the good news is today's episode is sponsored by Gusto. 10 years of talking Yanks means 10 years of building a business. And somewhere along the way, payroll and HR became a very real part of the job. Managing a team the manual way takes time, and that should be going towards the content. Gusto is online payroll and benefit software built for small businesses. It's all in one, remote friendly, and incredibly easy to use, so you can pay, hire, onboard, and support your team from anywhere. Switching is quick. Transfer your existing data and get up and running fast. You don't have to pay a cent until you run your first payroll. Built-in tools for offer letters, onboarding, and direct deposit means less chasing and more time to do what you're actually trying to get started. Try Gusto today at gusto.com/Yanks. Get 3 months free when you run your first payroll. That's 3 months free payroll at gusto.com/Yanks. Go check them out.
Go check them out. So I got to give out an award here?
Pride of the Yankees.
Yeah.
Pride
The pride of the Yankees. Who made you proud?
Schuemann.
Yeah.
It's easy as pie there for me, Jake.
Easy as pie, huh?
Max Schuemann made me proud. I mean, in this game, what did he walked, homered, walked, singled? Do I have it correct?
I believe so. I don't think he made an out in game 2.
Didn't make an out. His quote was, when I come in, I'm there to provide a spark.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what he did. I think in games that he's started now, his numbers are incredible. If the Yankees drafted him, he'd get more run. But they didn't. So he doesn't.
Correct.
But made me proud.
Yeah.
In games he started, he has a .290 batting average, a .436 on base, a .613 slugging, and a 1.049 OPS. Very small sample size. I don't think that he would do that if he got everyday run, but I know a guy that they've been starting for 4 years. I know exactly what he is, and he's still starting. I know 2 guys.
He's played a lot of positions. He's got 11 walks to 12 strikeouts, which that's usually an indicator of potential success. And the OPS, it's a 910 in every game he's played. Again, it's 52 plate appearances, but we'll take those. We'll take those from anywhere, man.
Yes, I will.
I mean,
So
he probably has a pretty good argument to be playing every day.
Why not? You're so bad right now. You're so bad. He hit a ball really hard. The guy had to make a nice catch on it on the track today in game 3. He's out, but he had a good at-bat. He has good at-bats. He's playing for something. He's not guaranteed it.
I agree. I agree with you. I agree with me. Pride of the Yankees, huh?
Yeah. Who you got?
I'm waiting. Can you add more Sisler so I can go off that?
I mean, it's Schuemann, Rice, McMahon are your top dogs there.
Yeah, I'll rip this Band-Aid, and it's not a very proud pride. I'll give it to McMahon. He's back on the team. He got a couple walks, and there are some funny Ryan McMahon splits that we've been doing for a while now, but you can actually, on a team that is struggling to play defense, on a team that is struggling to do offense, sounds like a bad recipe, huh? McMahon actually has some decent splits now. I think it's his last 27 games. Let's see if I clip it right. Okay, Jake, bad bleeping click. Okay, his last 26 games, 254, 303, but a 796 OPS. So, like, that's 26 games. That's a month of baseball, along with providing a person who plays his position and kind of plays it. He does play it plus. I think another Quag stat is he's +3 OAA defensively at third base, which I believe is 8th amongst third basemen. Again, defensive stats are kind of BS, but also his first month was rough, which passed the eye test, and he's been a lot more stable since then. So I wanted to talk about McMahon. I'm not really proud about anyone else. Play him.
So he, in the Sisler production stat, which you mentioned, I was filling out the form. He does good. He had one at bat in game 1. That was interesting because he got 4 out of the 5 potential points. He had a double. That's 2.5 out of 5, halfway around the bases. And then he scores on Caballero's single from second. So he runs one more base than the batter hit the ball. So he gets 2.5. And then from Caballero gets the points for sending him to third. But he gets the points for going third to home, which is 1.5 the way he has it. So that's a 4 out of 5. And the double was somewhat of a hustle double.
Yeah.
And I always say Pujols wouldn't have scored on that. So he's faster than a rock.
Yeah.
And then debate in my house with my brother, who I was talking about the stat because I was doing it as we were going. He gets helped out on the sac fly that Caballero scores on in game 2. It's very shallow. Not every runner scores it, but you can't really create a stat and have to watch everything. It has to be able to be like, you look at the box score and you do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it did open my eyes because it's like, can you give both of them a point and would it even hurt?
Well, I guess the counter to that, and it sounds like it was Punk Bitch Luke talking about it, is that you could argue, hey, if that hitter knows there's a speedy runner on,
just get in the air, yeah.
Just get it in the air. So that would be the balance.
Because he gets 1.5 out of, I think there was like 9 available or something. But yes, he had in moments where he could provide production, he did, which is kind of the stat. If all your hits come bases empty, That's not as good.
Something to track with McMahon, because again, he's had kind of a cooked OPS by a little bit of power. Well, it was all average in power because he wasn't walking at all. And he gets 2 games with walks in this series, which again, his profile previously was he has a good eye. So if he could add that to the mix, yeah,
Those help as well because that's 2 out of 5 for both of those.
sure,
All right, MFer.
yeah.
You Yankee motherfucker.
Who had the most at bats with the least amount of hits? Jazz had 2 hits, huh? Brendan Doval.
Yeah.
Doval. Get him out of my face. Doval. I don't understand. But did he give up a hit to every lefty again today?
Definitely the first one.
And the second, I think.
Let's see. Today's play-by-play. Into the game comes Camilo Doval. Leadoff double to Lee. Keishel bunt single, which that counts, right?
Yeah, it's a hit.
Martin walk.
Righty.
Fedco, he gets out. Doesn't have a major league hit yet. Clemens, sack fly. Technically a lefty out, but like to the wall, gave up a run. And then Bell out on a fielder's choice.
So, whatever, dude. Doval. It did feel interesting that they kept running him out there today. They don't have a lot of bullpen.
That's what I'm saying. That didn't pass the sniff test.
Me neither. That felt like Boone revolting.
It's either that or they're planning on making a bullpen transaction for Tampa because he's completely broken.
Yeah. I mean, when you see how he throws, you can see how it's hard. Like righties, the ball's coming from behind their back. Lefties, the ball's coming from the shortstop. Like it's like you have all day to pick that up.
Yeah. And it's all so bad. Like it was funny. Was it Ottavino in the booth for this game trying to like dance around it? Of like how obviously how rough it can be as a bullpen guy, but it's look at the body language. What are we doing?
How was Otto? I switched the audio to Susan to the radio because like when the Yanks are playing bad, they're a delightful listen.
Oh yeah. Susan's honest.
Yeah. Oh, they were not happy with Jazz trying to steal while trying to put his glove on and then slipping.
As you shouldn't be.
I can believe that.
As you shouldn't be.
Or as you should be. Yeah. Send him down. And I think they might. That it smelled funny when he came in.
It smelled funny when he came in. I agree with you. I was like, this is like forcing the issue.
Good MFer.
Thanks. Who's yours?
Can't do Brennan Beck.
Nah.
Nah.
You see how good Brennan Beck was? Dude, I'm telling you, the divide between AAA, I mean, Austin Wells had played 1 game in AAA rehabbing and hit 2 homers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's hit a bug. Brendan Beck's ERA in his last 5 games before getting called up was like 0.76 or something like that. And then like his fastball just got taken to the moon every time.
Who was the guy that got the call last year who was nails in AAA? He had like a 0 ERA. He had what's the name?
For the Yankees?
Yeah.
Weissart was like that a while ago.
No, he had pitched in the Braves previously. He like had no velo, so they were kind of like it's not going to work, but he had been amazing at Alan Winans. Alan Winans gave up a run per inning in the bigs. He's not my MFer. I don't know. This feels horribly rude. I'll do it quick, but Goldie's just because the stat I keep saying he's in an 0 for 22.
It's bad.
0 for 6. That big at bat in game 2 that we landed on was the right move. If that goes differently, who knows? But But yeah, and hey, again, Paul Goldschmidt's stats on the season we would have all signed up for, but there was going to be another shoe to drop, and it has.
And it has.
And I believe even from Goldie's peak years, I do think people reached out to us when Goldschmidt signed, and they were like, you're going to love him. He's nails. He's going to be great, but he's going to have like 1 month where he's horrific. I believe that was passed on to us.
A little bit of a reset month.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. Oh, man. The good news is regular old awards. They're brought to you by T-Mobile. Whether you're on the go or at the ballpark, T-Mobile is built to keep you connected wherever the game takes you. It's America's best network. How do you like that? You know your phone is going to work even in a crowded stadium. Anybody, if you've been to a big game and you're trying to get something out, whether it's a text, a phone call, a post, a video, whatever Joe's does online, suddenly your phone won't load anything or you can't get it going. It's the worst. Or if you're trying to stream the game and it keeps buffering and you don't know what's happened, did I miss a pitch? Did I just go back in time? It's the worst. Those moments matter to real baseball fans, and a drop signal shouldn't be the reason you miss any of them. T-Mobile's network is built specifically to handle all of it. Packed stadiums, big moments, no problem. Find out how baseball hits different with T-Mobile at T-Mobile.com/MLB. Fastest based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence. Data of National Speed Score results of 2H 2025. Best based on analysis of Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H of 2025. Regular awards. They're awards.
I will go with the unprecedented award.
Oh. I've got it down to 2. Can I get two guesses?
You know who it is.
I'm genuinely between 2. I'll go Volpe.
I don't care. I need everybody to shut their butts and listen. I was just mad today.
Right.
And I was like, how are we here? How have we not pivoted in the offseason to address this position? Like Caballero, what isn't the replacement? They didn't go out to get a new guy, right?
Right.
Like he's a similar profile to Volpe in some ways. I think he does more between the skills of that we track. Like I think he just brings a little more attention to detail, whatever. But I'm not saying Volpe shouldn't play because of Caballero at all. He shouldn't play because he should not play.
Right.
And I don't know how we have not addressed it in the offseason. I think it's the biggest indictment against this front office we've seen, besides the Rougned Odor playing simply because he was free, even though he was awful. That's my other one, is like where I'm like, oh my God, how are you guys not like being burned at the stake for this move?
Yeah, that was embarrassing, and it was to stay under one of the salary things, right?
It was to stay under because if they released him, they had to pick up the tab. But if they kept him on the team, the Rangers had to pay the money.
Yeah.
So they kept him even though it was awful. I tried to find out how many other players in the history of Major League Baseball have played as many games and gotten as many plate appearances as Volpe got in his first 3 years. Okay, so in his first 3 years, Volpe got 1,886 plate appearances. In those 3 years, he had a 222 batting average, a 283 on base percentage. I tried to find how many other players have been given that much run, that much leash. Because how do you not go out and get different options after those first 3 years? And has anyone in the history of this great sport even been given that much leash and that much run for such little production? And Jake, I ran the query. I had Katie Stats help me, Katie Sharp, Queen of Stats help me. And guess how many players in the history of this great game of baseball, in their first 3 seasons have over 1,800 plate appearances and an under 285 on base percentage.
I'm going to guess less than 1.
Well, you'd be wrong. It's 1 exactly.
Oh.
It's Anthony Volpe.
Oh.
He is the only player in the history of this game to be given that many plate appearances with that little production. Ever. And they didn't make a different plan in the offseason. They were too stubborn to even consider making a new plan in the offseason. They traded for Caballero as a backup plan. They picked up Max Schuemann as a backup plan. 1 starting at third base, 1 starting in center field. The history of the sport, no team has given the keys to a position and the amount of play to a player and gotten as little in return than Volpe and the New York Yankees. And they still haven't planned a different plan. Haven't even thought about it. It's not even in the top 4 needs going into this deadline. We are in the absolute twilight zone. And they still stand by their man. Tony Ouimet. Is that her name? You like that song?
It's an all-time song. I don't know if it's by Tony Ouimet. Yeah.
Tammy Wynette. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's there's a lot of stats and none of them are good, and it feels like they've done him a disservice in a way cuz he's flying blind out there. Like if we did not Pride of the Yankees, him pimping the walk down 6-1 after cuz he won a challenge call. I mean that's today's Jake's not Pride of the Yankees. Yeah, man. I don't know. And in a way they've done that to him because they've run him out there, as you said, the least productive player to play that amount of baseball to start their career, that they've put him in that position. Anthony Volpe would love to be good at baseball. He really would. They keep putting him in the lineup. He keeps going out there and playing and not playing well because that's all he's shown at the major league level.
If you up it to under 300 on base percentage, you have 3 other guys. So even if Anthony Volpe's on base percentage was 299, he'd be in company of 3 other players to get that much run and provide that little offense. Bobby Byrne, 1907 to 1909.
He was good, though. He's pesky.
Ozzie Smith.
Sure. Maybe the best defender to play this sport.
Ozzie Smith accrued 10.9 WAR in those years. Bobby Byrne. Did I say him already?
Said Bobby Byrne already.
Larry Boa.
Oh, wow. Good manager.
Great baseball.
Those are the other ones. So I cannot believe they are still here and they did not go get a different shortstop after those 3 seasons. Because he's going to get unlimited run the rest of the way, Jake. And you're going to go, okay, in the first 4 years of a guy's career, has anyone gotten 2,200 plate appearances and had an on-base percentage under 300? And it's going to say, no, once again, Volpe's the only guy.
Yeah. I would the only challenge flag I'd throw out there is if this keeps falling apart. If the way the Yankees are trending right now, they've lost 9 out of 10. The Rays are starting to run away with the division. We're about to play them. Like the Rays could bury the division the next 4 days. Like we kind of saw the Jays do last year. Because Volpe, a reminder, Volpe got off to a hot start, and he's slowed down to below his career numbers, which, as you mentioned, are worse than a lot of other any other player's career numbers getting that much run.
Beebs, who's got the worst offensive numbers out of any Yankee to have 2,000 plate appearances in the history of the New York Yankees?
Depends what exact stat, but a lot of them are Anthony Volpe.
Oh.
That we know the front office listens to a lot of voices. Jim, a lot of those voices have to be ready to snap. Because we know there's Caballero voices in there, right? Like Caballero got the starting shortstop job. That's what they said. They said Volpe was going to play second.
I think that anyone saying the opposite, it has been muted.
I don't think so. I think they're still there. I think there's rebels in the alliance that are still formed. I think they're having meetings in dark corners. I think they're wondering if they need to plan their full-blown counterattack. And they don't have a lot to stand on right now because the whole team is playing awful. Well, excuse me. They have so much to stand on. They almost have too much to stand on. Just right now in this moment because the team is playing so horrific, you can point to too many other things. If this continues, there's a chance the panic moment happens. And I don't know what that is. I don't know it's available. But at a certain point, you got to hit an eject button. And if they run it to the ground again at the end of this season with the same thing, and Cole turns 36, and Judge turns 35, and I don't know. It's I'd say it could cost people their jobs, but it never has. So, it's crazy. It's crazy. He shouldn't even be a weapon for them to use. Like, if you want to, when Caballero was the starting shortstop, he was grading out as the highest in baseball, and then he got hurt, and then they started moving him around a lot. Like, you could point to just so many different things. And it just shouldn't even be a button for them to press.
Yep. I mean, we're talking about 20,000 MLB players.
Right.
Now, I don't know how many position players versus, because in the past, the pitchers kind of were hit a lot. So they didn't, my instant Google for that number doesn't come up. I mean, one player has gotten that run and that little.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Your first award?
I am going to go with the Trouble with the Curve award.
Trouble with the Curve award. Did you give this out recently to someone else?
I don't.
Or am I having
week
deja
ago,
vu?
You gave it to Spencer Jones.
Yeah, you
Maybe
gave-
for different reasons.
For different reasons.
Oh.
And it's just such an iconic baseball movie.
So you gave it to Spencer Jones, and I guessed Bellinger, but then you said no Spencer Jones. I remember that. For some reason, Cole stuck out because he gave up a home run to Cody Clemens on a two-strike curveball, but that's what my gut said.
The award's going to Ben Rice.
Okay.
Ben Rice, that we were so hyper complimentary of his ability to hit fastballs. The one that stands out is when the Reds were in town, that Chase Burns 98-mile-per-hour fastball he got on top of the zone. Ben Rice's numbers against fastballs are amazing. He's got a 301 batting average, a 660 slug. Jim, where we got hurt here, I was going to name the award Off Speed.
Off speed.
The way Jimmy just said it, we have a funny story from our past. One of our buddies was a little tuned up at a baseball game. And, sometimes you'd yell something at the pitcher like, throw the heater or strike him out. When our buddy just stood up and yelled, off speed, and it was really off-putting. None of us had ever heard. We all started laughing. We're like, I don't think I've ever heard that at a baseball game. I was going to do that, but Ben Rice's stats against pitches labeled off speed are still pretty decent. That I audibled to the breaking ball stat because he is hitting 224 against breaking balls. Expected batting average is lower than that, 217. The slug is at 467. The expected slug is at 366. People around the league start adjusting. Ben Rice is going to get a big old dose of breaking balls. He had one he swung over today from Joe Ryan that he was making that Ben Rice kind of what's become his signature hitting face, that angry face, that he's swinging so hard and so aggressive at it that when he misses a breaking ball, it looks really bad, that we saw a lot of that last October. Ben Rice is going to get a heavy dose of breaking balls coming up. So I hope he can make the adjustment because guys aren't going to give him fastballs because he murders fastballs.
He does murder fastball. If he can foul off, the first step is not chasing out of the zone and then in the zone fouling him off, eventually so you get your pitch and then hopefully hitting him.
Yeah.
But it'd be fun to watch that maturation. He felt like he got some hits again this series. I don't know what he did on the homestand. It's probably bad numbers on the whole, right? But
because he has the homer in that first game. He only has one other hit the rest of the way, 2 walks. So again, it's a 385 on base, which we take that. Technically a 200 batting average and a hit by pitch.
A 308 on base in the Detroit. So in the homestand, he went 4-4-21, which is not good batting average at all. Right. But 2 homers.
And I hate to be rude.
And 4 walks.
His only other hit in the series was a single in the 9th inning of today's game off of Yogo. So
yeah, that's their closer.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Other times it's whoever's left.
That was a fun one that Otto was trying to figure out how to dance around because I think the Twins set a record like most players with 4+ saves or something.
Yeah, Susan Wellman, they really enjoyed. I think according to them, Shelty's answer was like whoever's left. Who's your closer? And he was like, whoever's left. I was like, that's a tough way to manage.
Otto is dancing around that in don't say the wrong thing. Don't insult any of these guys. And then I think there was a moment in his voice where you could kind of hear him being like, wait, Yoendrys Gomez is still pitching in the big leagues and I'm not? Sorry to the Gomez's. Sorry to the Becks.
And they're listening together.
They're getting dinner. It's a real treat. They room together in the minor leagues.
My next award is Unprecedented Part 2.
So maybe he would have given me both points. Austin Wells.
Austin Wells, Jake.
Yeah.
Austin Wells. Interesting stuff on him. Austin Wells, this is his 4th year in the big leagues. Did you know that?
Kinda.
Okay. Catchers get less run.
Makes sense.
Because they play less games, right?
Yeah.
But I was like, all right, let's see what we're doing here. We didn't even get a platoon guy to play with Wellesley.
Said we didn't need one.
We didn't even get a platoon guy to play with him. So Austin Wells, if you want to take a look at what he's done in his career, he's got a 211 batting average, a 286 on base, a 390 slug as a catcher. And if you want to look at the great history of catchers in this sport of baseball, and you want to say, who had this many plate appearances as a catcher in their first 4 years in the big leagues with a batting average under 215 and an on-base percentage under 290, how many other catchers have just been stood by? It was 9. It was 9 guys. Is that what I said? 5 guys? I lost my search.
One's a burger place. One's a stat. It's somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there. Yeah. So that's not good. Oh, you know what? I accidentally flipped it right now to over 215 batting average. So I just got to correct that.
Okay.
9 guys 9 guys. So Yanks are doing it again. They love their first round picks. Unlimited run. That's like their new thing. Like Wells, I'd love to like him.
Nice guy.
Yeah, I'd love to like Wells.
Good dude.
He's really not providing much. And I saw like other like articles and forget who it was. I should credit them being like, they kind of were saying like, I understand you can go with catchers. I sent you guys this tweet so I could find it. It was like, I understand you can go with catchers who don't provide offense because it's such a unique position and they're guiding their pitchers and all that. But they were like, but even this is so unprecedented that like it can't be done.
Yeah.
What was I sent it to you guys. It was Randazzo. 37 weighted runs created plus on the year, dead last in all of baseball. It's actually the 5th worst since 2022 when the National League did away with the DH. The only guy he's better than is 2024 Tim Anderson. And then he talks about how like the Astros won a World Series with Martin Maldonado in there, but even he wasn't this awful. If you doubled Wells' weighted runs created plus, it's only slightly eclipses Maldonado's from 2022. So you double it. And Maldonado is like a take charge catcher. He's like
He had a nickname, the Machete. He was like the most respected defensive
Yeah,
catcher in the game.
if he's on the field, you understand and appreciate him. So, yeah, shout out to Mike Zunino. He's on the list. I've got this much run with this little. Results, JP Aaron Sibia from 2010. And then after that, Austin Wells, Mike Zunino, JP Aaron Sibia, however you pronounce it. After those 3, number 4 debuted in 1905. Then after him, Bill Bergen, 1901. After him, Malachi Jedediah Kittredge, 1890. George Myers, 1884. Charlie Bassett, 1884. Ed Kennedy, 1883. So only 3 catchers since 1905 have been given this many plate appearances to start their career with this little results. So the Yankees are just wringing this dry. For what reason? And again, just like Volpe, there's not an answer on the roster. This comes down to them not preparing in the offseason for these big giant holes. We were all kind of like, you should prepare for, at very least, a platoon for Wells was needed.
So I actually get more frustrated with this because if you go through shortstops outside of that elite shortstop crop that they let pass through because they thought AV was going to be the guy, there really weren't options. Like if you go look back at this year's free agent pool, it was Miggy Rojas who had to sign with the Dodgers. Like he was going to retire, but he hit the World Series winning homer, so the best player ever told him you're playing again. That is a true story. That's not Jake. Bo Bichette, not really a shortstop, and you had to pay him $42 million a year. Kind of also hasn't been great. It's IKF, which we've done that. Ha-Sung Kim got $20 million from the Braves. He's been horrific, and he was hurt. After that, you're looking at, like, the only name that jumps out is Jorge Mateo, which is a former Yankee that they'd have to let in the building. And even he's playing at a high level for him, and that's not too far off from Volpe, IKF, everyone. They brought in Caballero last year. Caballero played well on the Yankees. We said, like, hey, I kind of want to see it. And guess what? We saw it, and it was kind of good. So I kind of want to see it again. So why don't we just do that, which is kind of what I've been saying for the past few weeks now. Jim, the catchers is so obnoxious and so head up their tushes, which you know I don't like to say that. For them to come into this season with Austin, who, hey, we've seen moments where he's been a high-level defensive catcher. He had 1 3-month run where he was a high-level offensive catcher. He's a first-round pick, and there's not a lot of catchers. Sure, fine, whatever. Your backup catcher is J.C. Escara, another lefty-hitting catcher who has no MLB credibility. None. Your backups beyond that, we were begging for Ali Sanchez, and we're still kind of okay with it. even though you jokingly said his offensive stat line before was zeros across the board. And we're still kind of like, I don't know, I don't mind Ali right now. Ali. Jim, this offseason, guys they could have brought in that were free agent catchers, but they openly said, nah, we don't think it's a problem. Danny Jansen ended up getting $7 million for 2 years from Texas. Whatever. You didn't want to go that route. You didn't have the money. That's fine. Yankee killer, by the way, Danny Jansen. Victor Caratini, who we just saw, he also got $7 million for 2 years. So if you weren't willing to play in that sandbox, that's fine. Elias Diaz, who, let me read you Elias Diaz's career stat line. Career in 861 games. Elias Diaz is 248, 300, a 687 OPS. We'd almost kill for that. And he's right-handed and a catcher. In this year, Jim, he's hitting 288 with a 534 slug in 31 games that he's played. He was out there for a minor league invite. And you said no. You said we like what we got. We think JC's top half. Of what, Pop? That's crazy. That is crazy. And it's just bad management. Gary Sanchez, if I wanted to list him, I could. He got 1.75. He's been raking. He catches for the Brewers. He couldn't catch for us. But what are the Brewers known for? Defense? Handling pitching? There's more names there. There's more MLB names. Eric Haas, James McCann. Like, there's more guys that played. Jonah Heim's a switch hitter. You could have done something. And I genuinely believe in my heart it could have made Austin a better player. But you didn't. Because the guys that you gave full unlimited run for just keep playing bad baseball because there's no other option that they just keep burying themselves.
Pretty big, important positions.
It seems like those guys, because several of them are minor league invites, are very... It seems like if they turned out to be right about Escar, they could have been right and moved on from those guys no problem. Is that correct?
Well, that's the thing.
When was Escar?
There was no risk.
Escar was never going to play.
It would have been no risk.
Shortstop. I just get off these two so we can start acting normal again. Like, I almost want the Yankees to trade all their number one picks forever in the future so we're not just proudly tied to them no matter what. Like, if they got Volpe and Wells in the other rounds, they would have maybe sent them down and like let them get help and let them, like what they did with Torkelson, what they did with Holiday, what they do with guys that come up. It's like, if Lombard's a number one pick, trade him to go get another guy that you will actually put time into developing him. Ben Rice had to earn his keep and like platoon, and you brought in Goldie to platoon with him, and you were taking at-bats away from him until he earned it. If he was your number one draft pick, would you have done that? Probably not, because you treat them differently and you actually hinder their potential development.
Spencer Jones, first round pick.
Treating him normal.
Treating him normal.
Also some real troubling underlying stats.
Yeah. Know who have troubling actual stats? Wells and Volpe.
Yeah.
So I don't care. I don't care. Yeah. It's tough. It's bizarre. Arguably the two most important positions on the field. We've been handcuffed for a long time.
They're just shooting themselves in their foot with pride.
Best stretch of Wells' career when he was kind of split in time.
Yeah. I'm in Trevi.
He earned more.
God.
All right.
He's also
your final award.
He's had injury stuff they've ignored between the headaches and his hand thing that was weird. Like, one minor league game is crazy. Crazy. The last and most prestigious award brought to you by SeatGeek, code Yanks 2026. 10% off. I don't know. Can we end? I'd love to end on a better note. Wells got a hit today.
He did.
Nice.
Second best in the wrestling match.
Second best.
It's not great. I'll be honest.
Second best in the wrestling match. Dominguez.
It's not great. No, I wanted to give more snaps for Headrick.
Nice.
Headrick's unbelievable, and I believe of qualified relievers, he has the second best ERA, only to Louis Varland, who was famously an amazing wrestler coming out of Minnesota. So he's just second to the wrestler right now. Headrick's been awesome. I forget if we were talking about it or if I was just talking to someone else about Yankees, and they said, like, had Matt Blake lost his sauce. And I'm Brett Hendrick, exhibit A. I mean, you could throw Blackburn in the mix, who we gave him some flowers before that. Like, Matt Blake can still get in his bag. The Duvall's tough right now. Couple other things out there, but Headrick 1.45 ERA in 44 games, 43.1 innings. He's been incredible.
He has. He threw some pitches in that game one that was just like sliders to the lefties that were nasty. It's been very fun to watch him pitch.
Yeah,
For a little bit I wasn't noticing it, and now I'm like oohing and eyeing at a lot of the pitches.
Yeah, I mean, it's nasty, dude. I mean, let's see. In 3 of his last 5 outings, he has multiple strikeouts. Like, it's dominant. What's my best split I can give? I mean, you don't need a split. He's got a 1.45 ERA. How about this? In his last 20 innings, he's got a 0.45 ERA.
Love that.
Nasty. And if you support Brett Headrick, go to SeatGeek. Use code TALKIN2026. 10% off your next set of tickets at SeatGeek.
Some 2 things just came across the wire.
Okay.
Ryan Weathers was dealing with food poisoning during his start in Game 3 today. He said he threw up a few times during the game just trying to get it out.
Oh.
I threw up in the middle of the night last night. And here I am on the pod.
Okay. What was it from?
Dude, I think I just ate too much crap, and I had like heartburn and was like burping up food. So I'm very rarely, not as much as when we were younger. I'm still kind of like, if I feel slightly sick, I'm just like, I'm going to go throw this up.
That's fair. You've never been shy about puking.
Yeah, no, I'm an easy. And it worked. Fell asleep afterwards. And then the other thing is, Beebs, can you play this? Jazz, there's a press conference. Yes, Network posted an hour ago, but we were recording where he taught. It says Chaz Chisholm Jr. opens up about his toe injury. Never mind. It's 5 minutes long.
Okay.
Never mind. I don't want to listen to 5 minutes of it.
Yeah, it'd be hard to find the specific good stuff.
Wait, hold on. He says he stopped it while he was hurting. It stopped it. What? He heard it when he stopped at first base?
Should I just play?
He was running gingerly. Play it at 2 times speed? I don't think we got that feature, do we?
Yeah, we have that.
Yeah. Let's go for it. Everyone buckle up.
Aaron said it's something that you've been dealing with on and off. I know you've had surgery in the past. Is this something that's recurring or new?
I mean, yeah, it has. Sometimes it comes back a little bit of throbbing and stuff in there, but when you kind of aggravate it, it kind of hurts and you don't move the same a little bit sometimes.
Any relief after the testing came back negative?
Yeah. I mean, I think I kind of knew it wasn't going to be like positive-ish in a way. It was in a lot of pain, but I kind of figured that it wouldn't be that bad because it wasn't as bad as when I injured it the first time. But other than that, huge relief. Thinking I'm good. Did a couple stuff in rehab when I came out and starting to feel better, so we're good.
Do you feel like this could cost you any time?
No. I mean, I've been playing with it for a minute, so not really.
What made Joe Ryan so good today?
Who?
Joe Ryan, the Twins pitcher.
I mean, he's one of the best pitchers in baseball for the last couple of years. He's been doing his thing. he hits his spots. He's pretty aggressive. He's always in the zone, and he comes and attacks you. So I feel like that's what makes him, like, a pretty good guy and really good. Especially his team's playing pretty good defense out there too. So yeah.
When did you first start to tell? Was this years ago? When did you first start?
Yeah, I heard it in Miami in 2023. I think I ran into a wall. I think it was a month before Cat did his too.
Losing 9 of 10. Just what is the concern level in here? Losing 9 of 10. Just what is the concern level you think in here?
I mean, we just say losing. I mean, concern level is high because everybody's just trying to work on certain things every day and try and help the game and help the team win every day. And when it's not going well, and it kind of sucks.
I don't know what I expected, but okay.
Yeah.
Fanatics K race and
Oh my God.
get her home. Jimmy, you have the first pick coming up. You had a great pick with Garrett Cole getting his bounce back this weekend, 7 Ks.
What about me?
You should have known Rodon was hurt, I guess, because you ended up with Brendan Beck's 3. And I had a perfectly fine day at the office with Ryan Weathers in his 6. Jimmy, you have the first pick against the Rays. I believe we have Cam, Warren, Cole, and I think ERC, but I didn't see an official announcement there if you're looking for the ERC pick.
Very proud of myself for having Cole and Jake with Beck. Birdall.
Bad pick.
We should start. Can you put like Brendan Beck in faded gray? I'd like to start keeping track of how many times everyone got snaked. With
Okay, I have a note for this, so it'll be easy to catch up on the grays.
Okay, nice. So you said Schlittler is available,
Schlittler is available.
and the others are Schlittler.
Schlittler, Warren, Cole, ERC is expected. I haven't seen an official announcement on it.
It's a 4-game set.
4 games in the trap.
Yeah.
4 games back of them.
I might order some blindfolds.
Okay. Looks like you have a big frog on your lap.
I'll take Schlittler. I'm a little nervous, but I'll take him.
Good pick. I think I would have gone with that. I'll go Cole. I'll go Garrett Cole.
I
like
think
that
you
pick.
might be doing the smart thing.
Doesn't he sometimes dance on Tampa?
Yeah. Remember Tanaka
I was
against
just gonna
Tampa?
say.
Big days. Sun will come out.
Sun will come out.
You're taking Warren.
Tanaka.
I'll take Warren. Yeah.
Are we going to give BBD Warren and ERC?
I thought you guys were gonna give me ERC because of the whole Rodon missed start thing.
I don't think so.
Oh,
Do you two want to split ERC's strikeouts?
yeah.
I'll offer that.
Okay.
Unless Garrett Cole has the most.
Oh wow. Then
I
nobody
won't-
gets it though.
I won't get him.
Right.
If Garrett Cole does not have, if Schlittler has the most, you guys can split ERC.
Okay.
That's fair.
Okay. Yeah, we've already agreed.
Because you could still have one less than me, but then you'd be going higher.
Don't have to negotiate anymore. It's already
Great.
been done.
That's what we're doing.
Oh. Is that Claire on your lap?
You Claire? No.
Kind of looks like
Frank
Claire.
then.
Oh, it's Frankie. It's Frankie. Oh.
He spent all day in the ocean.
Do you like the ocean, James? Nods his
Yes.
head yes for the podcast only.
You have to
I
talk.
agree.
No talking. No talking for James.
Okay.
All right.
I believe if they don't at least tie the series against the Rays, season series is lost. If I believe I have those numbers right.
Hmm.
If you're looking for,
I'm so
the line.
dissuaded by the management of the guys.
Yeah.
Like I opened up with the Giovanni Cruz rant.
Right.
I didn't know that groundskeeping was going to turn into that.
Right.
Just bottled up inside me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect game, Cam Schlittler. And Cole.
Well, just a bounce back start, dude. I'll take a 7 innings pitched, 3 earned runs start from him. Like just looking good again.
3's too much.
Yeah, I know, but just for his sake. All right, maximum pleasure guaranteed. There's 1 episode left. I'm pretty caught up. And there's 2. It's a pretty good show.
Oh,
Terrible
okay.
name. I told my family I was watching it, and they were like, "What do you want? Like what?"
Right.
Like all
Right.
embarrassed. I was like, I think they named it an awful name. People are going to be embarrassed to share this name.
The name's 2H. It's a combo starter. Okay.
All right. What was I going to say? Highest Sisler production on the year. Max Schuemann.
End it.
Matches the eye
21%.
test.
Can play short, can play anywhere.
Then Rice, then Belly, then Judge, then Grisham, then Goldie, then Rosario, then Caballero. Go Yanks, telegrams.
Go Yankees.
James, give me a go Yankees.